Got a drift car. I'm about to work on this 3 Series. We're all foreign out. Alexa, pause. So now this one right here, took the crank pulley off. And I see the belt got sucked in. See those pieces of the belt that got sucked into the engine. Now, that's going in this vehicle, right here. Okay? Which is, and this vehicle is one I was working on personally. And you can see where the seal, where the actual belt went past the seal, the crank seal. You can actually see it. See that? And that's pieces of that belt. Let's leave that with that vehicle. Now, I took the bolts off of that. That's the bolts for that. And we know that I had to bust this whole engine down to make sure there's no pieces of the belt on the inside of that engine. Now, in this application, we have some sort of the same situation where the belt broke off the vehicle. Alright, it's not the same vehicle. That's an E93 series, and this is a newer 5 vehicle series, but somewhat the same design. Inline 6, and with that engine design and the way the actual front crank seal is designed, the space between the front crank pulley and the actual front timing case is the issue, and the belt, the actual material of the belt. These belts are woven, which is like, if you look at the actual belt, they're woven in, and these belts are they're not fully rubber, they're like fiber woven belts and stuff like that. So that stringy substance goes inside the engine and twirls up like a top. So in reference to that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to go ahead and remove this crank pulley also and see if we have the same damage that we have on that other engine there, just to verify that we're not gonna have to do more on this one. YouTube, back at it again. So I haven't been posting, life, how it goes, kids. Got this 528. I'm doing the front main seal. It looks like the engine sucked in the belt. So since the engine sucked in the belt, I'm gonna have to drop the oil pan. So I got the car set up. Put it on jacks. Got my engine. I'm doing the same job on this vehicle also. And there goes the engine for this car. This one's the engine out, bro. N52. And we got that one over here, which is the N52 also. Yo, Darren, my boy. Alright. Car. Got the oil pan out. And like I told you, there's pieces of the belt inside of the engine. See that? All up in there. Oh, my boy. Clean. That's your oil pump. That's the oil pump. Clean that oil pump out. Make sure there's no pieces of the belt and debris inside in there. Change the front seal. That's it.
Stay with it. You don't need to water it down. No one else has the same story. Stay with it, please. Stay with it, please. You can take all the time that you need. I know that you worry.
Good night, Poppy. I love you, buddy. I'm fixing the car, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, I love you, buddy. What you doing? Huh? Yeah. I'm fixing the car. What you doing? Yeah, you going, Mama? Going to bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to get bed.
Yeah? I love you, Johnny.
I am.
Good night, buddy.
Good night.
This is the inside of the engine. That's behind the crank. That's pieces of the belt. tool that we... Alexa, pause the music. So the tool that we purchased so that we could do the job, it didn't work, so we had to go and purchase this tool right here. And this tool is the one that's gonna see if we can get that crank seal out instead of the tool that we were using. Send it over here, turn it the water, of course. You having fun, buddy? Anyway, so here you go. Now this one's a little different than the other one we were using. Instead of the screws, this one over here, you just gotta basically screw it into the crank seal. So you're gonna just apply it in there. See, seal is coming out now. Thank you, Jesus. Mommy, Gigi. Yeah. The seal's coming out right now. As I turn that bolt, which drives into the actual crank, I screwed this onto the seal and the bit onto the seal and it's pulling the seal out. So you can see the seal. Now those notches line up with the two lines on the side over here. So one line here, another line there. You'll notice down the block, those are the notches that lines up. So now if you look down over, on one side, there's notches on one side. Forgive me, I'm not the best cameraman. I'm probably the worst YouTube cameraman I ever had. What you want to do is get this over this. Get the bad boy over there. Line them up. I'm closing this gap right here so I can make sure that this plastic piece is over the actual crank. So this way when the seal goes over the crank pulley, it doesn't snag the crank pulley and fuck up the seal on install. that just for foreign. When you get this job done, the front main seal on any M-Series engine, we sell you protection plate. Our protection plate, stainless steel, it's made to make sure that seal does not come out, and also gives clearance for the pulley. If you look at it right here, you'll see that there's a little bit notch for the pulley. It also comes with its own bolt kit, the washer set. This way, full kit. Now that's pretty simple, self-explanatory. Anybody with a little bit of automotive experience will understand exactly how this works. So this plate sits on here, just like that, just like so. And those two bolts, replace the two bolts on the bottom of the primary oil pan. So I removed the two bolts already, the T's, the two Torx heads. I removed those already. Now I'm gonna put this plate on with those two bolts and washers. And if you look, there's two holes on the bottom. If it ain't foreign, it's born.